Hello everyone, my name is Clantus and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, please smash me the like button because guys, we are triggering the YouTube algorithm to make sure that it goes and fetch us more honorable members of the clan. And when you come to this family, you better come with your 2 IQ so you can rub them together so that you can spark your own opinion. Seemingly some people are not seeing that part or hearing that part. And also your own speculation about what's going on in the Senzo Mayor murder trial. What is up with this? Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go to the North Gauteng High Court, Ratha's courtroom. Well, guys, of course, as we had predicted, that definitely today is not going to sit because the defense has been waiting for documentation that the state has been withholding. As far as I'm concerned, they can say whatever they want. This to me is withholding important information that they should have disclosed at the pre-trial or disclosed even with the first trial that was cancelled. But no, I want to remind you of a speech or a lecture that the judge did to shouted at the defense in the beginning stages of this trial. Remember when the defense was crying about the state basically giving them drips and drabs of documentation that they should have disclosed in the beginning? And then the judge went on this defensive mode on behalf of Baloyi, even went as far as guilt-tripping the defense by saying, Mr. Baloyi will never do something like that. He is a man that built his career on sweat and tears, and he will never jeopardize his career by withholding information that are important to disclose to the defense because that's breaking the law. Where are we today? Why today we are hearing 3 bundles or 2 bundles of documents that they have not disclosed to the defense? Why are we hearing this? Where is that speech where the judge told the defense, together whoever was that cared to listen, that Baloyi will never jeopardize his career by withholding documents for the trial, so that this trial is a fair trial? And then Mr. Baloyi makes a very touching, submission to the court on record. And if I may quote him, he says, I just want to place on record. Firstly, today is the 30th of April 2024, and the state at this stage is still furnishing the defense with further particulars. I'd submit with respect that this amounts to unfair trial to the accused, and I couldn't agree more. In my mind, I was like, you, Mr. Mgomezulu, that's number 1 true. Number 2, shots fired. Because these shots should be fired at Judge Ratha, who defended Baloyi and said he will never jeopardize his career by withholding this type of information. Now, if this is by law that the defense, or no, not the defense, that the state, because the case belongs to the state, and the state needs to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that indeed the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Mayor are guilty as charged. That is what they need to do. And in order to do that, they have to produce evidence. That includes all the documentation that the defense has been asking for and waiting for, whether they ask verbally or in writing. And my question was, why today? Why today suddenly now they have to write a letter of regret? I agree with that. I must say I agree that even at work myself, I would not do anything without first writing it down. I would not accept anything from anybody without it being written down, so that tomorrow it's not going to be he said, she said, he said. No. I want to be able to pull out some evidence and say, well, you see this bundle that I have in my hand? That is exactly what I had sent to my colleague. You get it? You have something tangible to defend yourself on. So I agree with the judge that they should write things down, request. I thought that's what they were doing. I'm quite shocked to hear that it was verbal. The state itself does not respond in writing to the defense. And I think that needs to be corrected. I agree with the judge on that one. But the question I was asking myself, is it because the state is pushed against the wall and now Judge Ratha needs to come with a smart way on guilt tripping and pulling the carpet under the defense feet by asking, did you put that in writing? Why namhlanje? Why today? Why today? Then the second submission by Mr. Baloyi was number 2. I would like to place it on record that whatever documentation that is given to us does not relate to the incident that occurred in 2014. I even requested the affidavit of Colonel Mashile. At first, I didn't know who exactly, the name and things like that, who brought an application under Section 205 in 2014, and the order of the court and the downloads as per his request, as per the colonel. I have not received that, and I submit that those are relevant in proving the state's case beyond a reasonable doubt. 30%ers at the back, did you hear that? So let me repeat that for the 30%ers at the back. I submit that those are relevant in proving the state's case beyond a reasonable doubt. To me, I was like, a bombshell? A bomb has been dropped, but not directly. And my question was, what does Mr. Mgomezulu know that Baloyi knows and Baloyi was trying to hide, that the rest of us should not know about, regarding that affidavit, the affidavit that explains the application that was done by one of the 40 investigators in 2014. What was in there? Is it the statement that was lost, deliberately removed, or is it in the bundles? So then, of course, Mr. Baloyi did take the floor and he was fumbling and mumbling over something about Sergeant Mtetwa. I wasn't sure what exactly he was trying. Because, listen, you are the state and you need to prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. You should know exactly what the defense is talking about, particularly Mr. Mgomezulu. You should actually correct the name and secondly, admit that exactly that application and order and all of that is in the bundle. But instead, he's looking, whatever, and then Mr. Mgomezulu is looking like, is it okay? No, it's not Mtetwa. Then Mr. Mgomezulu, after Mr. Baloyi was just fidgeting with the bundles that he had in front of him, and then Mr. Mgomezulu said, let me put it this way. The affidavit was from one of the investigating officers amongst the 40 investigating officers who brought an application under Section 205 for the cell phones of the people in the house, meaning all the 7 people that were in the house on the 26th of October 2014. That is what he's asking for. Then Mr. Baloyi kind of like remembers who this person is, even though I could not catch his name. Bunstrom or Bunstron? Colonel Bunstron? Please write it in the comment section because I could not hear a word. Even it was repeated, I think 4 or 5 times by Judge Ratha. I didn't catch the name. I'm so sorry. If you are Bushstrom somewhere out there and you are thinking, oh my gosh, what's happening? My name is being called. And why were you removed as one of the 40 investigators? And what did you say when you were removed or overlooked? Because I'm still interested in those 40 investigators. What happened? What happened to Makubo? Nobody is kind of like explaining what exactly. Oh, wait, maybe Makubo is going to be able to tell us in full detail when he takes the stand as to why was he sidelined in the Senzo Mewa murder trial, when the investigation. So eventually, the judge asked Mr. Baloyi, why haven't you given the defense these documents? Instead of saying, Mr. Baloyi, you made a fool out of me. I defended you, and I told the defense that you would never do what is happening right now. Why these documents are being furnished only now? Why were they not furnished during pre-trial or before we even set in de novo? No, he doesn't. Even when he reprimanded Baloyi about putting things in writing, I was like, okay, cool, we get it. Favorite child will never be reprimanded. All the other stepchildren, You got to toe the line. So, well, at the end of the day, the interpreter, I think this is Jonas, he announced that, well, he'll no longer be interpreting for this case because he's going elsewhere where he got an offer. I think he should have said a better offer. And he will no longer be part of this trial or whatever else. He thanked the accused, he thanked the court, I suppose, and he's gone. Can't say that as a great loss to me because the way he was interpreting, I was not happy. And I hope whoever's going to replace him is somebody that comes from northern KwaZulu-Natal in this trial. Whether it's, if I get 3 or 4 people to interchange, and they must come from KwaZulu-Natal, northern KwaZulu-Natal, so that when they interpret this English into Zulu, it is the real Zulu, not Joburg Zulu or Pretoria Zulu, or whatever it is that Mr. Jonas was doing. Honestly speaking, I am not at a loss for him leaving. Great that he got a better offer, thanks to that offer. But I'm unhappy with the way he was interpreting. I must submit that, honestly speaking. So, well, then the case was postponed until Thursday because tomorrow it is a public holiday, the 1st of May, 2024, which is Workers' Day. Did you just come from a holiday? But it was on a weekend. But other than that, we are going to see each other on Thursday, guys, when the Senzo Mewa murder trial resumes in the Pretoria High Court. From what I heard, this is when they are going to start on all this information that was furnished to the defense. Well, that means we're going back to the bank statement story way before we get to the defense able to cross-examine the state. I ask again, is Mr. Sibanda the right person to be on the stand reading out this information, or should be a banker? That's all I want to know. Other than that, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys so very much. Please leave a comment down below and let me know, what did you guys think about today? What do you think about Judge Ratha's behavior? Is this the type of judge that we always wanted? Or well, we've said this before, and he always comes back being Ratha. But other than that, whatever. And please share this video far and wide, and I'll see you next time, where before that, I have to run somewhere. My mind is absolutely everywhere today. Let's see each other again next time. Goodbye.